Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slant Hope. And I got another video for y'all, right? This is a funny one. It's not really funny, but it's funny. While I enjoy my Chipotle chicken wrap on a green spinach wrap, right? So I was on Clubhouse this morning earlier, and they were in this room talking about what they were talking about. They were in this room talking about how prison sex does not make you gay. They were talking about the guys. Oh, this shit's so good, man. You can't really see it, but it's like Chipotle chicken with like mayo, tomato, lettuce, all of that stuff. Should be banging. But yeah, so they basically was talking about how having sex in prison does not make you gay. It was very, very interesting. Some of the things that they were saying in that room. I was like, damn, this is crazy. Right? And some of the things that they were saying is like, when you are in prison, and if you have to survive a certain way, if you got to give the booty cheeks up to survive unwillingly, right? If you're coerced or any of that type of sense, but that does not make you that type of individual. So I'm just bringing the conversation here to y'all because I'm seriously interested in what y'all have to say, because there were a lot of points that were made in the room. I'm not saying I agree with them, but people were saying things like, sometimes people they sell booty in jail. Maybe they're not getting no money, they're struggling to eat, and they use booty to get favors or to get food or get whatever it is that they need, toiletries, soap, and certain things. So I was saying, if a dude sell a little booty in jail, does that really make him gay if he's surviving? Then they were saying, like, in scenarios where like dudes step to dudes, like they'd be like, yo, blood on my knife or shit on my dick, and dudes choose to give the buns up because they don't want to get stabbed or they don't want to get hurt. They were saying that doesn't really make you gay. You was coerced, you was forced. And a lot of people in the room was like, hell nah, homie, you gay. And then they started making points about if a guy, like what Tank said, right? Tank said, I believe he said you can give head one time just to see what it's like, and it doesn't really make you gay. So people were in there saying stuff like that. They were saying you have to repeatedly do something to kind of like be a part of that, right? Like they were saying like, oh, if you suck a little wee-wee once, doesn't really make you gay. Or if you had sex with a man once just to see what it was like, it doesn't really make you gay. And they use examples like, if I killed one person, does it make me a murderer? Like, it was just a lot of crazy stuff. If I cut one person's hair, does that make me a barber? So these are some of the points that these people were making in the room, right? And they was also saying things like, if a person makes a mistake, like if you sleep with somebody and then you realize, well, this is not really what I like, this is not really who I am, that doesn't really make you gay, right? I ain't agree with the shit they were saying. I feel like once you start playing, once you start playing around a certain way, once you start doing a little something, listen, man, but it's not always about my thoughts, and it's always cool to hear what other people got to say, which is very interesting. I'm going to play a video. They also said, if your woman pegs you, for those of y'all who don't know what peg is, it's like when a woman puts a strap on and smashes her man, right? They said if a woman peg you, that's not gay. It was crazy. But let me play this video for y'all real quick while I take a bite of my nice little wrap.
put anything in your ass as a straight man.
But
period.
Okay, but a straight man getting fucked by a female is heterosexual sex.
It's not heterosexual sex.
It is.
A dick in his ass.
No, it's a plastic.
So wait, you put a dildo in his ass and that's heterosexual?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here, man. He's nuts.
No, it's not nuts.
Yes, he's gay.
No, he's not gay.
And then I know guys who fucking moan when they're getting fingered. You're fucking gay.
No, you're not.
No,
you're not. No, you're not. Because I feel like once
if you don't moan from me riding you and you moan from my finger in your ass, a guy, he can have you. I do not want you.
Are you serious?
If I can penetrate your ass, I do not want you. If you are a straight man. If I know you are bisexual and I choose to deal with you, that's completely different. If my man could take something.
She made a point. She said, if a man is bisexual and I choose to deal with him, that's different. That's a different story. You know what you're getting yourself into. You know your man's is dippling and dabbling. You know he double dutching. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He's straddling the fence. You can't really get mad at that because you know that. However, if you don't know and your man's is doing that, like, I agree with her. I feel like she felt like if my man's is not moaning to me, like doing some certain sexual pleasures to him, but he moans when I do something else, I don't know, it might be a little questionable. So she makes sense. She's saying if he's bisexual, that's on me, that's okay. But if he's claiming he's straight and he's out here like he got these other fantasies and he wants stuff shoved in his butt, like she not trying to mess with that dude. And a lot of women, or I hear a lot of women, some women I say that, right? They're like, you're not going for it. A lot of women are actually complaining that a lot of dudes be on some secret, down low DL stuff instead of just being straight up. And maybe it's because of fear of they might be rejected and these women might not want to deal with them. Because a lot, you'll be surprised. A lot. See, like, you got a lot of women, they took this support for the gay community and all of that stuff. And it's okay, because support does not necessarily mean that you have to indulge. And I think this is what people get mixed up. They feel like because you are in support of people being who they are and loving who they want to love and sleeping with who they want to sleep with, that means indulge. I got to indulge. Excuse me. And some of these sisters are saying like, nah, that's all cool. You can love whoever you want to love. You could be with whoever you want to be with. But I just don't want to be a part of that. And I think that should be fine. But this is some of the things that came up in the room, and these individuals were saying this. They were saying like that if you make a mistake, you should be able to redeem yourself, and you should be able to go back to not necessarily go back, but like almost like restore yourself, almost to be in a place where it's like, yeah, I thought, I was just trying to see what that was like. And I'm not with that. But I wasn't really with what they were saying about surviving in prison, because my whole thing is like this, man. You a man at the end of the day. And as a man, you have to have a certain level of aggression when somebody trying to play with you a certain way. This is just my thoughts. But I'm sharing this with y'all because I want to hear y'all thoughts. As a man, you have to have a certain level of aggression to not only protect yourself, but also protect your loved ones. And if you do not have that, if you do not have the killer instinct in you as a man, you are lacking in your masculinity. I'm telling you this. And in the climate that we are living in society today, a lot of people are doing this toxic masculine rhetoric, or they're trying to dumb down the masculinity of men, or they're trying to tell you too aggressive, or you too this, or you too that. Dumb it down, bring it low. They trying to feminize our men. They don't want us being masculine. Why they gotta act like that? Why they gotta talk like that? Why you gotta be so assertive? Why you gotta be aggressive? Why you gotta be even confidence? Even when a man is confidence is a problem in our societies today. So this is a clear attack on masculinity, right? And the reason why is because when you have weak men going around in society, then it is easy for the people in power to control the masses. It's easy to control the women. They can't physically outdo the men in power. right? It's gonna take other men in power to outdo the men in power. So they benefit, the men in power benefit from feminizing the men in society, because in that case, I just gotta like push you to the side. You won't even set up a resistance. You won't even fight back. You won't even fight back. And this is the protection that some of our sisters have removed from them when there is no man in the household. Like when the men in your community are not at the forefront, they are not leading the community. This is what happens. It's easy to go through those communities and ransack and push them in whatever direction you want. Why? Because there's no masculine presence that is gonna stand up to the tyranny that's going on. So this is all a byproduct, right? So back to jail. If you are in jail and you're not willing to die, if you're not willing, if you don't have that level of aggression in you, then you're lacking in your masculinity. And I can't even really excuse that as a man, to let, you're gonna sell your booty. This is shit that women do. And I'm not trying to shit on girls, but you know, when shit get a little hard, you seen the pandemic happen and the woman was out there OnlyFans, you know, selling, you know, pics and videos and all of that stuff, right? You know, we hear this. The prostitution is the oldest profession, they say, right? They always throw that around. It's the oldest profession known to man, right? This is shit that women do, right? Because it's some easy, low-down shit. So for you as a man to be in prison and just be giving up the cheeks because you scared to fight, because you scared, nah, bro. Nah, I can't even excuse that. So they was trying to say that, you know, it doesn't make you gay. Like, I think it makes you gay, one. And two, like, it's just like you definitely lacking in your masculinity if you let somebody play with you like that. Another thing that I wanted to point out is that I think men use the prison thing, and these probably guys who wanted to get out the closet, right? And because I don't seen men that probably served like 20 years, right? And they ain't have no incidences, nobody. Cause trust me, if you listen, if you moving funny in jail and you getting down with them boys, the jails know. People in prison know. They gonna talk. The word gonna get out. Watch that dude. You know, he like them boys. They get around. So the problem is the dudes that be sneaking around on the down low, and this is what people be saying in society too. Like, come out. Don't be hiding. Come out. It's 2022. Let everybody know. Come out. But the women don't respect the guys who be on the low, sleeping around women and then coming back to the women, right? This is how HIV kind of spread in a crazy way, right? Because it's 18 more times more transmissible from anus, right? From men. Like, that's why a lot of times when you even go get an HIV test, they will ask you, do you have sex with men or women, right? A lot of people don't know. It's 18 more times transmissible from man to man, like, right? From anal sex, from you know, sleeping with men, than sleeping with a woman through vaginal, right? So I forgot where I was going. Damn, I had a brain fart. So what I was trying to say, yeah, so this is the problem. This is how HIV spread like wildfire, right? Because it was the from you know, having anal sex with men, it spreads easier, right? So, and then these men were also sleeping with their women. So it was just like, they was just dipping, man, they were dipping in this sauce and dipping back in that sauce, wilding, right? So anyway, I just don't, I seen men that had 20 years in prison and never really had no situations where they was dealing with no boys. And I seen guys go to prison with 3 years, and in the year and a half, or in the 2 years, they're already doing some funny stuff in jail, right? And again, if you want to be gay, you could be gay. The thing is, it's the people who hide, right? It's the people who be trying to act so macho. It's the people who be trying to act so tough, you know. And you know, they call them homo thugs, right? The lift everything in the weight room. Sometimes these dudes be gangbanging, man. I told you about the, you know, they had the rape vans in LA. I don't know if they still got them. But there's a lot of weird stuff that a lot of these so-called tough macho men be doing, man. And a lot of it is disguised under the he too masculine. Now those guys that always got a problem with, like, when they see a gay person, they just act too like, what they doing here? I can't stand them. Or they just be doing a lot. Like, it's like, bro, what you doing a lot for? If you comfortable in your sexuality and who you are as a man, what you doing a lot for? Why they moving you? Why you getting moved just because somebody's existing or breathing like around you. Like so you gotta watch those dudes because you doing a little too much right now. But it's always like that a lot of times. It's the so-called too tough, too macho, I'm too anti this. And those be the dudes that like the boys on the low, man. Those be the dudes sliding cupcakes. Those be the dudes giving them snacks. Those be the dudes sending letters. I want to drink your bath water. Like a lot of weird shit be going on, man. Weird shit. So watch those super aggressive dudes, man. So yeah, man, I think that it's a poor excuse. A lot of times dudes probably use jail as a way to come out to do some weird stuff or experiment or do something that they wanted to do in the outside, but maybe they get a pass because they go to jail. Because come on, man, I've seen people with a lot of time that didn't have those situations. And of course, some of y'all gonna say, you don't know. Listen, jail talks. Jail talks when you get around with them boys and you like that bussy. They talk, right? So yeah, you got dudes that had like 40 years, never had no crazy situations. And you got dudes with a little bit of time, they going home and they doing that. There's stories of dudes who had trailer visits. They used to have their wives come up and they still was in the jail going to somebody bussy. So again, I don't think it got anything to do with the prison. I just think it's about the individual. Some individuals, they're curious. They crack under pressure. But I, in no form, shape, or fashion, I think if you do that, you gay. Like, I'm not even trying to hear, like, I didn't. Nah, bro. You're a man. As a man, if you choose not to fight, if you choose to lay down your arms and and toot it up, it's a problem. Nah, you wanted that, bro. I don't care how you, man. I don't care how you trying to sell it. You want, like, I don't want to say that. Matter of fact, let me go back. I don't want to make a light of assault or sexual abuse. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying, as a man, if you didn't fight, bro, like if you fought, somebody got the best of you and violated you, I condemn that. That's not cool, right? And that does happen. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I'm just saying, if you go in there and as a man, you just like not even trying to fight, you laying down your arms, and even after that happens to you, if you don't have the courage or the aggression in you to come back and just wild out, you're lacking in your masculinity. And I know this video was not about that, but it was just, them talking about prison sex does not make you gay. And in a situation when you was assaulted, I wouldn't say that makes you gay. I would take that. In a situation when you was assaulted, I'm not gonna say it makes you gay. But if you go in there and you use it as an excuse to get down and dirty, and you was like, I just wanted some cakes and I wanted some weed and I wanted some, you gay, homie. To me. But let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about this topic, because I like to hear from different people. Women say this sometimes too. Like, women, they rub on women, they touch each other's titties and they do certain stuff, and then they turn around and say, I'm not gay. Right? That's part of the double standards. We had this conversation in the room, because the women were also saying that, like, nah, you gay if you get penetrated, if you, like, even if it's once or whatever. So I just want to hear y'all thoughts. What is y'all thoughts in the whole spiel about, prison sex does not necessarily make you gay? I think in a sense of assault, if you was assaulted, like overpowered or whatever, yes, it does not make you gay. You got taken advantage of, you got violated. But if you went in there and you willingly got on some, hey guys, hey guys, I need a little soap, so I'm gonna throw him a little booty, like, nah, bro, I think you gay. But again, I'm just doing this. I also think if a woman penetrates a man with a fake whatever, even though some people are gonna say it's heterosexual because it's a man to a woman, I think that's gay. If you like a finger in your butt, I don't care what they talking about, the G-spot and all of that crazy stuff. And again, this is not, I got a lot of gay friends, so don't even come here with the I'm being homophobic, because I'm not. I got a lot of gay friends. We cool. I just don't think, I think when it comes to masculinity, certain things is just not masculine to me. Just like not fighting for your life and not banging out especially for your buns or somebody trying to take your buns. Nah, homie, that's not masculine at all. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time. Peace.